Something big is happening with the Oilers, and you need to hear this now. Between contract decisions that could change everything, the battle for the starting goalie spot that could define the season, and the insane grind of chasing the Stanley Cup. While keeping the Olympics in mind, this team is in a moment that could catch any fan off guard. Stick around until the end of this video and you'll get every detail behind the scenes and how these situations could shape the future of the team, both on and off the ice. If you love the Oilers, hit subscribe now and let's hit 2,000 subscribers to show the strength of Edmonton's fan base. Ever notice how a single chat with a player can completely shift a fan's perspective? Last Friday, Connor McDavid spoke with the media again, and Oilers fans were hanging on every word. He repeated a lot of what he said on Thursday. He wants to win in Edmonton. He's still weighing his contract extension, and he doesn't see this as a distraction for the team. But McDavid has a way of making even familiar news sound intriguing. Between lines, he dropped something that had fans scratching their heads and wondering what's really going on behind the scenes in Edmonton. When Jason Gregor from Sports 1440 asked about the timeline for a new contract, McDavid gave an answer worth noting. He said every option is on the table. Short-term, long-term. Even no term. Yes, no term. For a few seconds, Oilers fans felt that pit in their stomach. It might have been a slip, or just a choice of words. But the idea that McDavid could play the entire season without a new deal sparked endless speculation. For those still unsure, no term basically means letting his current contract run out. He still has this season at $12.5 million, and if nothing is signed after that, he'd become an unrestricted free agent. That's the kind of thing that makes any GM sit up straight. Most people think McDavid won't go that route, but just mentioning it is enough to make fans pause. Is he really considering hitting July without a deal in place? That's a question every Oilers fan can't ignore. Behind the scenes, the vibe seems calmer than you might expect. The feeling is McDavid is just weighing all options before making a definitive decision with the team. Still, the more he talks about it, the more details emerge that can be read a bunch of ways. Every phrase gets scrutinized, and this particular comment didn't escape the sharpest-eyed fans. So I'll ask you, do you think Connor McDavid will really wait until the end to sign a new contract? Or will he make a move before the season's over? Let us know what you think. If you're following every twist of this saga, share this story on your socials, drop a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any updates on Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. What's coming next could shake any fan's heart. The next news drop will reveal decisions on contracts and strategies that could define the team's future. Don't miss it, because every detail matters and you need to be in the loop. Everyone knows the offensive stars will shine. But there's one question that keeps nagging at fans. What about the goalie? Peter Aubrey, the new Oilers goalie coach, has a clear mission and no excuses. His goal is to help Stuart Skinner find the consistency Edmonton desperately needs in net. Without that, even the team's firepower won't carry them through the playoffs. Who is Peter Aubrey anyway? Not a flashy name, but he's a coach who knows goalies inside out. With experience across North America and Europe, including stops with the Chicago Blackhawks and Nebraska Omaha, Aubrey is known for his calm approach and methodical style. No hype, just steady work. Practices focused on fundamentals, confidence, and mental control. Might not seem exciting, but in the NHL, consistency beats occasional brilliance every time. And Stuart Skinner? The talent is there, but can he lock it in? He's made incredible saves, but last season left questions. A 2.81 GAA and 96 save percentage. Solid, but not enough for a serious Stanley Cup run. In the playoffs, Skinner had bright spots, like 3 shutouts, but also lapses that made fans and coaches question his ability under constant pressure. The big question: can he hold that level through the entire postseason? Here's the hard truth: Skinner's numbers against top teams weren't great. Consistency isn't just nice to have, it's critical. That's where Peter Aubrey comes in, turning skill into reliable performance night after night. The Oilers didn't bring in a veteran to challenge Skinner. Calvin Pickard is the backup, but there's no established starter waiting in the wings. The message is clear: Skinner is the guy this season. No plan B. Aubrey doesn't believe in quick fixes. He's focusing on technique, rebound control, positioning, and above all, mental toughness. For the Oilers, it's about refining a goalie who already has the tools, but hasn't yet put it all together consistently. So, fans, do you think Skinner can hold down the starter's spot and take the Oilers deep into the playoffs? The season still promises surprises, and the next story will put every Oilers fan on alert. Between critical choices and decisive tests, you'll see what's really going on behind the scenes. Stick around so you don't miss a beat. Have you thought about just how much pro hockey demands from the body? Travel, practices, high-intensity games, and the wear that only players feel. And if you think it's just the forwards who take a beating, wait until you hear about the defenseman carrying the Oilers' weight. Mattias Ekholm isn't just another defender in Edmonton. Since joining in 2023, he's been the backbone, covering mistakes, making key plays, and letting his teammates shine. But even heroes aren't invincible. The 35-year-old veteran recently revealed an injury that plagued him in the latter half of last season. He missed 17 regular season games and 15 more in the playoffs, facing a challenge he'd never experienced before. It was tough, but I decided to play. I had a torn gluteus minimus, he told the media. If you've never heard of a torn gluteus minimus, don't worry. It's a hip injury, and yes, it hurts. Ekholm had to manage pain, fatigue, and pressure, but he kept performing. That kind of resilience isn't taught in a classroom. Here's the key point for Oilers fans. Ekholm is fully recovered and looking at the next season with dual ambitions. Not just maintaining his level in Edmonton, but also representing Sweden at the Milan Olympics. He admits competing internationally takes more from the body, more travel, tricky time zones. You want to compete, but you know it's heavy on the body, he said, showing he understands the physical and mental challenges that come with success. The Edmonton Oilers played 201 games over the past 2 seasons. That's over half a Niederweit. Extra season compared to other teams. Add in international competition, and the next season is going to be long, demanding strategy to keep everyone fresh and healthy. From the franchise perspective, having players coveted internationally is fantastic. Ekholm, McDavid, and the other defensemen are key to any Stanley Cup run. The question is, who can they not afford to lose on this long journey? Ekholm knows aging requires smarts. You want to stay healthy and fresh, otherwise you can't play at your best, he said. That mindset will be crucial for over 80 regular season games and potentially another Stanley Cup run. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Ekholm can keep his level and lead the Oilers to success, despite all these physical and international challenges? Share your thoughts in the comments. Share on your socials, and subscribe so you can follow everything about the Oilers.